problem with Hollywood is? They make shit. Unbelievable and remarkable shit. Now, I'm not some grungy wannabe filmmaker searching for existentialism through a haze of bong smoke. No, it's easy to pick apart bad acting, short-sighted directing, and a purely moronic stringing together of words many of the studios term as prose. No, I'm talking about realism. Realism. Not a pervasive element in today's modern cinematic vision. It's the opening lines from Swordfish 2001, some of Travolta's best work, aside obviously from Saturday Night Fever. All right, we're very, very early in the process of my scorecard evaluations for movie reviews to break tradition. So I'm not going to break tradition per se, but I'm going to go unconventional here to analyze very early on release day the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And from the title, Dumpster Fire, admittedly, that's a little bit of clickbait. I do not and will not believe anything that Disney publishes concerning their budget or cost for a movie like this, because in my opinion, they will shift losses and shift wins in a spreadsheet accounting method that is, legal or otherwise, impossible to follow, because they are so vertically integrated and so determined to win at all costs that it's impossible to unscramble the eggs. So I'll talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, and if you don't know what the movie's about and who stars in it and why the movie is important, this is not a review that will help you. But perhaps I can help you with more important elements using my scorecard format, and then manage to be spoiler-free, which is also unusual for this type of review system I've built. And it will be highly venomous towards the corporate interests connected to everything in the universe where this movie is set. These are my personal opinions. They are often going to be incendiary, and I am probably still 100% correct, okay? Despite the ominous potential implications of a failure, this is still not financial advice. It is not a legal analysis. Just a guy on the internet who likes movies and really regrets it when people make movies with their own corrupt agenda in mind, at the expense of good storytelling, throwing fans under the bus, with zero regard for anything that was done in previous generations, because when you didn't build the house that you live in, and you refuse to have respect and care for the castle that you live in to manage it for the next generation, you get desperate and you do things like this movie. And to be real clear, real fast, Deadpool and Wolverine is not a dumpster fire. It is fire. Slam dunk. Go see it, Daddy-O. Disney is the dumpster fire. And in this movie, here we get to watch them burn up all the horrible recipes and take a simplified approach of just giving the people what they actually want, what they deserve, what they've been paying for and not getting, with some of the crap that has come out of Disney over the last 5 years or so. And I'm happy to use an unconventional approach with my scorecard to actually get into some of these nuances. Suspension of disbelief. I cannot believe they made this movie. I cannot believe these corporate bigwheels let them do this. And they allowed the filmmakers and the actors to poke fun at Disney's nonstop failure, nonstop from the beginning of the movie till the end. It starts before the title sequence. It does not end until the credits are over. It is so much fun. Um, you know, primary Flywheel genre objective, money. This movie is a desperate attempt and a willingness to burn everything and eat the seed corn just to survive the winter because you failed to do your freaking job. That's what this movie's about. Burn, baby, frickin' burn. Disney Inferno. Burn that crap to the ground. Go see this movie and help Disney understand that their dumpster fire trends can be over if they just give the people what they freaking want. Primary storytelling and plot devices. Well, destroying my beloved Star Wars cost the studio, I believe, over $1 billion. So here we get to burn down some of the mistakes they made in the MCU in an attempt to make money, the way Rhett Butler said, in a very, very popular, very non-woke, non-politically correct, and certainly inappropriate movie that if Disney were responsible for it, you would never be able to see, by author Margaret Mitchell, called Gone with the Wind. Perhaps you've heard of it. Rhett Butler said, what most people don't seem to realize is that there is just as much money to be made in the wreckage of a civilization as in the upbuilding of one. There's good money in empire building, but there's more money in empire wrecking. That is so true, because to look at all the attention all these people on YouTube have trashing and burning all the crap that's come out of Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars. And in this movie, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman get to crack that whip. And if you don't have enough gray hair to recognize that song from Devo, I have to invoke Devo, because my goal is to see a picture somebody puts on the internet of Bob Iger with a toilet seat around his head, like the guys in Devo had. Whip it good. Crack that freaking whip. You know, in an effort to exert maximum humor and maximum embarrassment on the studio that consumed all the movies they've ever been involved with, because they just acquired everything and screwed up everything. These guys could lose money selling ice cubes in the Sahara Desert. If you buy Pixar and run it into the ground and chase off all the talent, and you buy the biggest IP in the world that George Lucas built from nothing, and you lose $1 billion on it, and then you acquire rights to every single Marvel Cinematic Universe character that was scattered across multiple theme parks and screw it up, that is a galactic amount of stupidity. And Devo is an image I would love to match up with Bob Iger. If only we could put it in a video. So whip it good. I said this would be venomous. Cast and subplots. This movie is fan service. Continual and gratuitous fan service. Dear God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This movie has a kitchen sink approach. What would you do if you only had one shot, one opportunity? Would you capture it or just let it slip? Well, these guys, they don't miss a beat. It must have been insanely fun to make this movie. What else? Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. And remember the golden rule. If you have the gold, you can make the rules. Well, Disney doesn't have much gold left. So this is make or break, do or die. But it's interesting because it's also heads I win and tails you lose. Current executive leadership did not greenlight this movie. So if it were to fail, they would blame former CEO Bob Chapek. And he would be the scapegoat for that failure. But if it pulls off a huge, humongous win, then current CEO, resurrected CEO Bob Iger, gets to claim the win, and it's all his brilliant idea, and he gets to claim the credit. Well, go see the movie. Support the movie. Because if we don't support the movies we want to see, We don't deserve to see them anymore. Pacing, editing, cinematography, it's first-class production, despite all the aforementioned negativity. The movie is fantastic. There is no such thing as superhero fatigue. Bad movies cost studios money, and good movies make money, and fans matter. Fans matter. Closing it down here real fast. Final comments. Money will communicate our message best. Support the movie. If they make more like this, go support them too. Your time is too valuable to waste it on bad movies, and if they return to their evil ways, they deserve to go freaking broke fast. This movie is nonstop fun. It is everything you'd expect. There are some cool sequences shown from some of the other movies in the credit scene that have really nothing to do with the movie, just to kind of keep you interested in the credits rolling. And then, of course, at the very end, there's a final bonus scene. So don't leave early, stick around. It's a thrill ride. And I can only hope, please deliver the message. Ka-ching, big win, but I will be watching you, and I will not support bad movies. So I hope they've learned their lesson, but time will tell. And thanks for listening.